You know, some games, they're just numbers in a box score. But every once in a while, a game becomes something more. It becomes a story. A story about grit, about controversy, and just sheer will. And believe me, this is one of those stories.
So what went down on February 4th, 2026 at Madison Square Garden? It wasn't just a basketball game, it was a double overtime thriller.
Yeah, the New York Knicks, they walked away with the W. But that final score, honestly, it doesn't even begin to tell you half the story of what actually went down that night.
And that's the real question, right? How does a game go down to the absolute last second twice? How do you think you've won, have it snatched away, and then somehow find the will to win it all over again? Well, let's get into it.
Okay, so to really get the chaos of this game, you gotta understand the stakes first. This wasn't just another night on the schedule. Nope, this was a straight-up collision course between two teams heading in completely opposite directions.
So on one side, you've got the Knicks, and they are just absolutely on fire, right? They'd won 7 straight games, and not just one, they were crushing teams by an average of almost 25 points. Then, you've got the Nuggets, a powerhouse team for sure, but they were stumbling on a 2-game losing streak against some tough opponents. So you had one team trying to stay perfect, and the other just desperate to stop the bleeding.
And right from the very first quarter, man, you could feel that desperation. This game was going to be physical. It was going to be a dogfight for every single point.
And sometimes, a fight like that, well, it comes with a pretty heavy price.
So early in the game, Karl-Anthony Towns drives to the hoop, and there's just this brutal head-to-head collision. He goes down hard, he's bloodied, he's got this nasty cut right over his eye, and for a second you're thinking, okay, his night might be over right here.
So what about this number, 24? That's how many points Karl-Anthony Towns dropped after that happened. He literally gets bandaged up, comes back out onto the court with a blood-stained jersey, and just gets right back to work. I mean, that's the kind of night this was.
And you know what? That kind of toughness, it's just infectious. For the full 48 minutes of regulation, neither team could break the other one. The lead just kept swinging back and forth, but nobody ever got a double-digit lead. Every single bucket was answered, every stop on D was absolutely critical.
And the star power on display, it was just incredible. For Denver, you had Jamal Murray going absolutely electric, pouring in 39. Nikola Jokic, well, he was just doing his thing, dropping a monster 30-point triple-double. And for the Knicks, OG Anunoby chipped in a crucial 20 points, while Jalen Brunson, he was the engine. He was the guy keeping his team in the fight, answering shot for shot. So all of that led to the most heart-stopping, insane part of the night, the first overtime. And it all came down to the final possession, the final second.
Okay, picture this. Knicks are up by 2. The ball is in Jamal Murray's hands. He pulls up for a 3 at the buzzer. It's short. The horn goes off. The Knicks have won the game. Madison Square Garden is just erupting. It's over. Game, set, match.
But wait, or is it? Through all the celebration, through all that noise, you hear it. A whistle. A late whistle. And just like that, everyone stops. What just happened?
So the officials, they rule a loose ball foul on Mikal Bridges before the shot, before time ran out. They go to the review, and the call stands. There are 0.3 seconds put back on the clock. Christian Braun steps to the line and just calmly sinks 2 free throws. The win? Gone. Erased. The game is tied. Unbelievable. We're going to a second overtime.
I mean, can you just imagine the air being completely sucked out of that building? To have victory right there, in your hands, and just watch it evaporate? That's the point where most teams would just break. They'd fold, but one player decided he was not going to let that happen. So after all of that chaos, all of that raw emotion, the second overtime kicks off. And you're wondering what's going to happen. Well, the first 6 points of that period
We're all Jalen Brunson, just like that. He absolutely took the game by the throat. A pull-up jumper, a driving layup, a couple of free throws. He single-handedly grabbed the lead and the momentum right back for the Knicks.
And he wasn't done. Not even close. He ended up finishing the night with a staggering 42 points. When his team needed him the most, right after the most gut-wrenching moment you can imagine, he put them on his back and just carried them across the finish line. What a performance.
So when the final buzzer actually sounded, you could just see the exhaustion and the emotion on everyone's face. It was just an epic confrontation. Let's take a quick look at the final numbers.
This box score, it reads like a Hall of Fame ballot. You've got Brunson's 42 points, Murray's 39, Towns with 24 and 12 even after that injury, and of course, you got Jokic just casually dropping another triple-double. Just an absolutely incredible display of talent from everybody involved. Look, this wasn't just another win. It was a statement. For the Nuggets, it was a heartbreaking third straight loss. But for the Knicks, that seventh straight win became their eighth, and they secured it in probably the toughest way you could possibly imagine.
In all of this, it leaves us with one last question to think about. Easy wins are one thing, right? But a win like this one, a bloody, controversial, double overtime thriller against a championship caliber team, is that the kind of victory that actually forges a true contender? I'll leave that one for you to decide.